So today's box opening is for my Angelphilia Aki. A lot of people I've seen on BJD Addicts and Tumblr and Instagram and everywhere have been really interested in these dolls. Obviously I've bought one so I can completely understand as to why. So I figured I'd go through a couple of questions before the whole box opening thing, just so get them out of the way, and people can kind of refer back to it. So there are a couple of places where you can buy Angelphilia dolls direct. There's a couple of dealers and I'll include the links below. I did not buy my girl from a dealership, I bought her from Mandarake. So basically Mandarake is this massive store in Japan that sells everything ever that's sort of nerdy, anime, whatever. It's basically vast, it's huge, and if you haven't been on the website, be prepared to spend hours looking through it because it's basically just an internet sinkhole of all the stuff that you want. Basically, Mandarake has two different sides to it, which is really important because if you're going to be buying from them, you need to know about this stuff. So firstly, there is the warehouse side. And the warehouse side operates just like any other sort of online shop. You buy the thing, it gets shipped out to you. If it's out of stock, it's marked as out of stock. The store side, though, is a different side. So basically, Mandarake are online, but they also have physical stores in, well, quite a few places in Japan, I think. It's all one massive store, I think, but I know there's a couple of different areas of it. It's huge. It's confusing. But yeah, basically, what they'll do is they will have some dolls that are actually out on the shop floor, along with whatever. So if you're buying some manga along with it, some of that manga might be, like out on a bookshelf in the shop. What they need to do is, if you're placing an order for something that you found that's, on the shop floor, is they'll take your order, you won't have to pay for it then they'll go and try and find the thing that you've ordered. So if that item gets sold, while you're putting your order in, someone just wants it off the street, so I want that, and vanishes with it, then you're out of luck. So if you are going making an order that is from that sort of shop floor, secondhand, whatever, there'll be a button that you can tick that says cancel order if item not available. Make sure you tick that because just makes it way easier. Now with Mandarake they do have, I think, 3 shipping options. There's EMS, DHL and SAL, which I chose, which I'm not kind of regretful about, but at the same time it's a bit bleh. So basically SAL shipping is the really budget one. I chose it because on places like Hobby Link Japan, Ami, Figure Collection forums, people were saying, oh, I've managed to skip customs by using SAL. I did not manage to skip customs, so that was a bit of a waste of time, maybe, but at the same time the shipping was way cheaper, and I'm not going to argue with that. So it took about a month to get here, but at the end of the day, in this hobby, we are all pros at waiting, I'm pretty sure, so it wasn't that much of a difference. I mean, I've waited like 9 months for a doll before. It's not going to be the end of the world for me to wait a month just to get one, although it is frustrating when you're checking the shipping every day, but that's just me. So with Aki, she was about, in total, including shipping and customs, about £400 or so. I don't know what that is in dollars. I don't know what that is in yen either, because my brain is not good at numbers. But basically, she's one of the cheaper dolls that Angelphilia do. I think it's potentially because she's not one of their newer sculpts, so she hasn't got one of the sort of risque heads, to put it nicely. She's also, I say, a little bit less popular than some of their other sculpts, which are more neutral. And I mean, I couldn't find very much about her online, so there's certain photos and things like that, but not very many. And as someone who does like to kind of collect as many pictures and videos and things as I can, that's not great, but at the same time, I figure I like her no matter what, at the end of the day. So that's pretty much everything we need to go through about that. Like I said, any links that are important will be down below, and I'll probably have a kind of brief retrospective about like what she fits from my collection and stuff after I've opened her. But either way, let's get on with it. Okay, so I've managed to get her out of the giant cardboard box she was in. This is the packaging, so she's still all sealed up. Because you've got the logo here, nice pink box. It's kind of got, I'd say, a sort of leather texture over it, like printed on. But either way, here she is. So firstly, she comes with this. So it includes her eyes, some putty to put her eyes in, a little postcard, which is basically a COA, I suppose, as well as instructions which are in Japanese for how the internal mechanism works. So I'll quick look at those. So we've got, these are her eyes, we've got there. There's my little postcard of her. Oh, it's actually not even a postcard, it's like quite a nice shiny photo of her, and she looks really cute in it. And then we've got the instructions, so you see there, again all in Japanese, and some instructions about how to put her eyes in. Aki instruction, there we go. So I'm going to quickly pop those all over to one side. What she has also come with, which is something that I was wondering about when I was looking at, is a set of extra hands. And you can see here they've got really cute little polished nails. You can see my camera's really blurry. There we go. Little polished nails on them, all blushed up already, which is another good thing about these vinyl dolls. They come with all their body blushing things done. He's got really cute. So now the main event. So she's tied in with a ribbon. As you can see, she's really well wrapped up, and she kind of comes in a kind of crinkly plastic bag. Put her out. Going. And then she's all wrapped up in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get her out of this and get some good close-up video of her, so you can see the face up and the blushing on the body and all of that as well. Okay, so here she is. Please excuse the camera shaking because I'm kind of holding it there because I can't get a good sort of view of her otherwise. So as you can see here, it's got a really nice face up already. It's kind of hard to see because my webcam sort of mutes the colours quite a bit, and apparently just goes in and out of focus a lot. But she's got quite pink cheeks, and she's a lot more tan as well than she seems on my screen. She came with these eyes that she's wearing now. The only thing I'd say about those is because they've got the shine already put on them, it can make it kind of hard to get them in the right position. So I might replace those with eyes which don't have that on, but at the same time they're really cute. I've got that there. So now if we kind of zoom back, you can see she's sitting like that, and she's holding that pose really well. No flopping, no falling over, anything like that. We're going to go down here. You can still see her hands. So her hands are really hard to take on and off. I took off this one and it was forever to get back on. What I'd say is it seems like you need to heat them up with that hairdryer in order to get there. She's also got a manicure on her toes, although again my camera sort of mutes it up. As you can see here, her knee joints are a little bit paler than her skin, but they've done a pretty good job of trying to blend it. They've also got pink blushing around the edges of her knees. She's got pink blushing all over. She's wearing a wig from a shop called Lullaby Poem on Taobao, and it's a size 6 to 7. The clothes she's wearing are the same clothes that my Amarai Scraps wears. So because she's on the small bust, I reckon she probably could fit some minifee shirts if they were baggy. And also the sleeves were short, just because she's obviously going to have longer arms than an MSD would have. But for lower half, because she's got thighs which are sort of this shape, so they actually bulge out around here, she will need SD size things, or as she is now, a sort of sundress, which obviously just kind of slots on over. She's pretty solid in her chest, arms and legs. Her tummy though is really squishy, so we just go squish like that. But that's actually pretty good because it kind of helps with putting clothes on. And yeah, her head is also quite squishy, And what I'd say is if you're putting the eyes in, you can't really rely, she's got eye wells sort of moulded into her head, you can't really rely on them to keep her eyes in place, you're going to have to use the blue tack that's come with it. All in all, she is really cute, and obviously I don't know why a few people does have her, but hopefully with being able to kind of have a proper look at her, a bit more appreciation. So yeah,